We are here at Glacier National Park in Montana.
Lake McDonald Lodge is one of the lodges that we stayed at while we were in Glacier National Park. And here are all the pretty, colorful rocks. That was the highlight of the trip for me.
Yeah, the rocks was initially what led us to come to Glacier National Park by somebody's Instagram post. And here we are at our lodge on the Lake McDonald. The views and the mountain, the water and the rocks.
It's my favorite.
It's your favorite. It was a nice stay. We didn't stay too long at the lodge too much. We went up and down going to the Sun Road here, driving by Lake McDonald. It was a little bit cloudier that day.
Look at the pretty aqua water.
Yeah, we like the water. The water's cold. It's mountain water. The falls right up by the Lake McDonald. There's a little bit of hiking. We didn't do too much. We just walked around and looked at the water and rocks and climbed over stuff and whatnot.
On the way to Avalanche Lake, here we are. First you start on the Trail of the Cedars.
Yeah, the Trail of the Cedars is the boardwalk portion at the beginning of the trail.
You pass by rivers.
Yeah, some waterfalls.
Lots of tree coverage, fallen trees, a little bit of an incline in the hike. Not too bad.
Yeah, there is a lot of tree coverage here. Some good streams and waterfalls, some boulders to look at and climb over.
The best part right here was the view at the clearing.
We went and did the Grinnell Glacier Trail, which is a 10-mile hike out and back. It's a very difficult trail.
This is the best view of the whole place.
Yeah, this was my favorite view of the whole trip. We made it to the top right here where the icebergs are. It is very cold.
The trail was long and hard. Lots of people on the trail, but everyone was courteous.
Yes, it was very narrow pass at some point. Steep cliffs, but the views were worth it pretty much the whole way up and the whole way down. I enjoyed it.
Yep, we saw some
Mountain goats, some deer, some moose.
Yep, and her baby.
Yeah, it was a good trail. Good trail. We did the St. Mary's and Virginia Falls Trail, sort of towards the end of the day, which made for some great sunsets.
The best part of Glacier National Park for me are all the waterfalls and rivers, the aqua blue.
That's your favorite.
Yep, and everything's just so fresh.
At the beginning part of this trail, you walk through some dead forests that were burnt in the forest fires several years ago. As you walk along the river up to the waterfalls, it makes for great scenery. You can see all the mountains in the distance through the trees.
So this hike was fairly easy. Just a little bit of an incline towards Virginia Falls right here at the top. As you can see, there's more greenery. The trees are more plush.
Yeah, and we have some good sceneries with the sunset. As the sun's starting to drop, it was a nice hike.
Hidden Lake was the best hike for me out of all the hikes that we did at Glacier National Park. It was open, it was breezy, although you did have some sun beating down on you. Nothing could compare to all the mountains that you could see.
Yeah. Hidden Lake Trail is very popular. It's got a lot of views. You can see for miles and miles. It's up at the Logan's Pass at the top of the going to the Sun Road, which makes it a little colder up at the top.
You do see some greenery here, but it's pretty much openness, mountains. When you get to the outlook, it's just breathtaking.
Yeah. There's a lot of views, and I recommend bringing a pair of binoculars, because we brought ours and you could see animals like mountain goats. We saw some mountain goats out in the distance, and
Some people saw some bears.
yeah, we didn't see no bears. But there's a lot of good views, 360 views. And you get to the overlook right here, and you can see Bear Hat Mountain, which is the iconic view of the whole trail.
My favorite part of going to the Sun Road was when we were chasing the sunset one of the nights that we were there.
Yeah, along the side of the road, we saw a bighorn sheep eating its dinner. It was super close to the road. It was really interesting to see.
It didn't even look real.
No, it didn't. You have some tunnels along the road, a lot of good views, steep drop-offs. We had a good time at Glacier National Park. I recommend y'all trying it.
So make sure you double check on the hikes that you go on. Some of them were fairly easy. Some of them were hard.